Good morning. So what do you think? What do they want, the globalists, really? I think we can agree on this. They want a social credit system, don't they? I think this is the main thing. They want people to be punished if they don't behave. That's perfect, isn't it? Many of us saw it already, right? We refused to drink the tea, and then we were punished for it, right? A lot of people lost their jobs. They couldn't travel. They couldn't go to a restaurant. A lot of things happened, right, to them. They were punished. Now the other ones who behaved, they were not punished. The funny thing is they think they were rewarded. Now the bad things happened to those people, the bad people. They didn't drink the tea and they were punished. This is all fine. It didn't happen to me because I behaved. You know, I was rewarded for it. It's already happening to them too. That's the thing. So what will be their reaction when they really face this social credit system? Those who survived, you know, they will face the social credit system. And they will be punished for something. And they will not like it, right? And then maybe a lot of them will say, okay, no, I didn't like this, but from now on I will behave. Because I need a life. I need to get hold of my money. I want to be able to travel. So I just do what they tell me to do. Unfortunately, a lot of people will react like this, I think. Now, what will happen when they face it? Well, I saw some very, very angry people, some angry men in Lebanon. Well, the bank froze their accounts, so they couldn't get to their own money. It's their money. They couldn't get it, you see. You want to see some really angry men? Watch this video. I'll post a link to it. That's what's going to happen. A lot of people will be pissed off, of course. When they feel, you know, I don't want to do this, but they are forced to do it anyway. Or their money will be frozen, or they can't travel or something. It's already happening in the West too. You know, here's an example. You know, just recently I bought a piece of land here in Sweden. And the realtor, he told me, there's a fee. You want to transfer your money from your bank account to the seller, the bank will charge you a fee. I knew about this already. But I told him, I said, this is so weird, isn't it? It's my money, why? I pay stuff all the time. But why now, when I'm paying for a piece of land, do they take some of my money for it? And the realtor, he said, well, that's how it is. It's the rule, you know. And then I was contacted by the bank. First there was a lady who called me. And I told you, I think this is criminal, what you're doing. It's my money. Why do you think you have the right to take my money for something when I'm buying something? You know? And she laughed. And she said, well, this is how it is. And then there was a guy who called me from the same bank, and he said the same thing, and I said the same thing. And we talked for some time. You know, I quite sort of liked the guy, so I just kept talking, you know. And eventually I said, no, this is all very, very confusing to me. Why do you think you have the right to take my money? Just because I'm buying something. And then he changed. He said, you know what? Go ahead. Do the transfer. Well, you know how to do it, right? And I said, yeah, I do. Okay, so just do the transfer. We will not charge you any money for this. So he just changed his mind, you know. And I realized something. They don't really think it's your money. They think it's their money. Sort of. You see? Wow. Now I see a lot of people standing up against this social credit system idea. One of them is Jordan Peterson. He's standing up against it very strongly, very convincingly. And I consider anyone who is doing this a friend of mine. Because if they manage to do this thing with the social credit system, it will be absolutely awful for everybody. Doesn't matter who you are. It's going to be terrible. Yeah, I know. Some people will say, yeah, I like this. But the vast majority will not like it. Of course not. So anyone who's standing up against it is a friend of mine. And Jordan Peterson is a good example of this, because he's doing it so well. And he's reaching a lot of people with this message. And of course they are fighting him, the establishment, because he's standing in their way, right? And then there's people who are attacking Jordan Peterson. Now, they are trashing him, not from the establishment. Now, because he's a friend of mine, I consider him to be a friend. No, I don't like you trashing Jordan Peterson or anyone who is standing up against the social credit system. So expect me to trash you. If you trash Jordan Peterson, I will trash you. And you will feel maybe insulted or offended. Maybe you think you have the right to trash Jordan Peterson. Well, I have the right to trash you for it. And I will. Whenever I get a chance. So that's what you can expect from me. That's all. Be good.